Stuart, a win today, how would you assess that?
Again, really pleased with the performance, really pleased with the result. Of course, we are scoring 3 goals at home and keeping that clean sheet. There were stages in the game where we felt we could have been a little bit better, but I thought that scoring goals at the moment, the moments of the game that we did was really important. Of course it is, but I felt that we earned the right in the second half to play the game how we wanted. Now, I personally would have liked to have been a wee bit more in the front foot and looking to see if we could have created 1 or 2 more chances and add to our total. But I think it probably shows you what's been important to the players as well. We've conceded a lot of cheap goals this season. We've had games where we've conceded out of nothing, and I think it was so important to the players today, and myself of course, to get that clean sheet. And the fact that we got across the line on that one and we get a really convincing victory, you know, tight decision for Kevin with what would have been his hat-trick goal, and us hitting the woodwork through Paul McGinn from a set play. So we did create chances in the second half, and I think overall we have to be pleased with the performance and the result.
Kev will obviously take the plaudits for his 2 goals today, but was the pleasing aspect that there was good performances all over the pitch today?
Yeah, there is. I know, we keep speaking about Kevin because he pitches in our 2 goals today, but again, I thought that when you look right across the board at our team, every department, you always look at these different areas of your team defensively, how we operate as a midfield, and how we attack teams. I think the facets are working just now. I think they're good. We're not going to just lie back and say it's perfect, because it's not. We're always looking for little chinks in the armour where we can improve and trying to exploit weaknesses in the opposition. But I think what really pleased me today was when you look back at 3 goals, it's all aspects that we work on the pitch. It is, and I know people can say that, but there's so many finer details if you look through the goals that we spend time on during the week. The players are receptive to it, and it's no coincidence why it comes up trumps on a Saturday. If you can do that repeatedly and keep executing it during the week, I believe that you can come out on top in these situations. So I think from a coaching point of view, that's the most pleasing aspect.
With a good result last week in Edinburgh against Hibs, do you think it would have been easy for the boys to maybe have a little bit of a lacklustre performance this week?
It would have been, I think, if you're working with a different group, but I listen to them during the week. At times I'm not having to poke and prod them too much, because they know the importance of the next game. And when I listen to them in the dressing room before we go out there, literally minutes before we go out, we realise that this one becomes the next toughest game. So again, that's not just a saying, it's not just something that we throw out there. But that is the most pleasing aspect. I've seen it in management at times where you feel you have to remind players because they feel as if the last 3 points was the one that's important and we can see what happens in the next game. But I'm definitely not getting that off the players at this minute in time, and we'll keep going with that, Scott. We'll keep trying to forge that forward and make sure our standards are really, really high going into towards the end of the season.
It'd been well documented before you arrived in the job that Fir Park wasn't a great place for us. Our form hadn't been great. We seem to have turned that around. That's 3 wins now here this season under your tenure. How important's that been for the fans as well, because this place was rocking today?
Look at the place, you know, I get a buzz when I come in. I mean that genuinely. I look at the stadium, I look at the size of the football club, I look at that pitch there, you know, just behind me. It's a fantastic surface to play on, so I don't think there's anything for us to be fearful about here. I think if we, and I said this way back at the start, so this is where I'm consistent, if we work hard and acquit ourselves in the right fashion and look like a Motherwell team, the supporters here are going to get behind us. So we have to give them something to support and get behind, and I think the players have done that, and equal to that, the supporters have got right behind us. So there is a good feel when the goals go in today. There's a really good feel when the final whistle goes, because we feel that, I keep speaking to the players and the staff about being together, but we certainly feel as if the supporters are with that, us in that front as well, and we urge that to continue, and urge the players to make sure that feel good factor's there.
Thanks for your time, Stuart, and well done.
Cheers.